Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well, and we're going to continue with our 1960s Decade Team League. And we have the Boston Red Sox traveling to Detroit to take on the Tigers. Both teams are 1-2. The winner of this game will be tied for first place, as all the teams above them are 2-2. We'll be playing the majority of games in this project as the Red Sox and the New York Mets. So let's get to the starting lineups for the Boston Red Sox. At third base, leading off, Dalton Jones. Pete Reynolds is at first. Carl Yastrzemski's in left. The cleanup hitter in center field is Reggie Smith. Rico Petrocelli is at short. Tony Canigliaro is in right. Russ Nixon does the catching. He'll bat seventh. Chuck Schilling's at second. And batting ninth, doing the pitching, is Jose Santiago. For the Detroit Tigers, Al Kaline leads things off in right. Burton's in center. Cash is at first. Calavito is in left. McCullough at second. Freehand behind the plate. Fernandez at short. Wirtz at third. And Frank Lary is up on the bump for the Tigers, and he will bat ninth. Lary was 23-9, season of choice 1961. ERA 3.24. All right, so here's Dalton Jones. Jones batting .500 in the first three games with a ribby, left-handed batter. Lary on the mound. Defensive range is a 10. Behind the plate, freehand 10 range, 5 arm. Wirtz a 7 range at third. Fernandez a 5 at short. McCullough a 3 at second. Cash a 6 at first. Calavito in left, 8 range, 7 arm. Brunton, 8 range, 4 arm in center. Al Kaline, 10 range, 8 arm. The pitch to Dalton Jones. And Jones sends that ball to right. Kaline moving towards the corner, and it's off the wall. Dalton Jones has extra bases, and that ball just carried over Al Kaline's head. A leadoff double for Dalton Jones. At the ballpark, we have Jack Dawson. Check out his wonderful channel, and Bears Den 007. So a double for Dalton Jones, as that just kept carrying, almost carried out of the ballpark. And that brings up Pete Reynolds, batting .400 with a ribby. Another left-handed stick. Lary struggles a little bit against lefties. The pitch to Reynolds. Jones at second. And that's a base hit to left. Jones hits third. Will he challenge Calavito's arm? No, he shall not. So it'll be first and third. No outs for Carl Yastrzemski. The Red Sox have stacked the lineups with lefties. Yaz struggling so far, batting below 100 with a ribby. Reynolds at first. Dalton Jones at third. Lary deals to Yastrzemski. Ground ball slowly hit to Cash. Dalton Jones will go home. They're going to try to turn two. I think Yastrzemski beat it out. They definitely got Reynolds at second. And Yastrzemski does beat it out. I believe that he picks up his first ribby. No, his second ribby of the season. 1-0 Red Sox. Winner will be tied for first. As I said, everyone above these 1-2 teams is 2-2 in the American League East. Reggie Smith, 462, no homers, 2 ribbies. Yastrzemski at first, being held on by Cash. Freehand sets the target. The pitch to Smith. Slide step over, and Yastrzemski is picked off as the slap tag by Cash nails him. What a move by Lary. And Yaz's troubles just continue early in this season. So 2 outs, base is empty for Reggie Smith. Smith digs in, switch hitter batting lefty. Freehand sets the target. The pitch from Lary. And Reggie Smith sends a line shot to center, and Brunton makes the catch. The Red Sox are retired, but they score 1. Due up for the Tigers, Kaline, Brunton, and Cash to face Jose Santiago. Season of choice for Santiago. 1966. 12 and 13 with 2 saves, 3.66 earned run average. He's a 7 defensive range on the mound. Russ Nixon behind the plate, 7 range, 3 arm. Dalton Jones is below average at third. He's a 4. Petrocelli and Schilling are both 6s. Petrocelli at short, Schilling at second. Pete Reynolds is a 5 at first. Yastrzemski in left, who just got picked off, 10 range, 9 arm. Reggie Smith in center, 9 range, 6 arm. And Tony Conigliaro, 5 range, 6 arm in right. K-line 231 so far this season, 1 homer, 1 ribby. Brunton on deck. Santiago rocks and deals to Al K-line. And that's a fly ball to shallow left. Yastrzemski comes racing in and he makes the catch, 1 away. Butch Habner's at the ballpark. Thank you for joining us. And here comes Bill Brunton. 154, no homers, no ribbies. Corners move in. Pretty good bunter. Dalton Jones in at third. Reynolds in at first. Santiago deals to the left-hand batting Brunton. And he walks him. So Brunton goes to first. Brunton will be held on by Reynolds. And that brings up Norm Cash batting .429, 1 homer, and 3 ribbies. Red Sox hope to turn 2 up the middle with Petrocelli and Schilling. Santiago throws over, and Brunton is picked off! Santiago, quick move to first. Reynolds applies the tag. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. As the Red Sox pick off a runner at first. So 2 outs, base is empty. Remember, Yastrzemski got picked off in the first inning. And Norm Cash at the plate, Calavito on deck. The high leg kick and the pitch from Santiago. And that is a shot and gone. Norm Cash has just cashed in. It is a 1-1 ball game. Upper deck, right center field. Here's the replay of the Cash blast. A bippity-boppity boom to the moon, Alice. Boom goes the ball, and Norm Cash touched them all. RJL518's at the ballpark. Check out his wonderful channel. Our good friend Rob. Butch Habner, big Expos fan, by the way. And that brings up the ever-dangerous stick of Rocky Calavito. 182, no homers, 1 ribby. Santiago has to regroup here against the Rock. Nixon sets the target. The pitch to Calavito. Fly ball. Left. Yastrzemski makes the catch coming in. The side is retired, but it's 1-1 as the Tigers tie it on the Cash blast. Top of the second. 2 up for the Red Sox. Petrocelli, Conigliaro, and Russ Nixon. Rico Petrocelli, 222, 1 homer, 1 ribby. Lary picks up the signs from Freehand, the pitch to Petrocelli. And Petrocelli base hit up the middle as he splits Fernandez and McCullough. Ball goes into center. Petrocelli at first. Cash holding him on for Tony Conigliaro, 222, no homers, 2 ribbies. Tony C ready to grip and rip. Lary with the windup and the pitch. And Conigliaro sends that ball deep down the right field line. Calavito looking up. It is gone as it wraps around the foul pole. And Tony Conigliaro goes bippity-boppity boom to the moon, Alice. Boom goes the ball. And Tony C touches them all. And just like that, the Red Sox take a 3-1 lead. The replay of the Conigliaro blast down the line wraps around the foul pole as Calavito looks up. It is bye-bye birdie. And here's Russ Nixon. Nixon hitless in the season. Now it's Lary's turn to regroup. He kicks and deals to Nixon. Ground ball. Word at short. Third charges, fires to Cash for the out. 1 out. Base is empty. Now bring up the Boston second baseman, Chuck Schilling, 167. No homers, no ribbies. Right-handed stick. Freehand sets the target. Lary's ready to work. He deals to Schilling. Schilling, base hit, left center field. So Schilling's at first. Cash will hold him on. Santiago handles the stick okay. 1 out. He's going to drop the sack bunt down. He puts down a pretty good one. Cash has it. Fires to McCullough, covering on the wheel play. 2 down, but he moves Schilling into scoring position for Dalton Jones, who nearly homered in his first at-bat. He doubled down the right field line as that ball just kept carrying away from K-line. 3-1 Red Sox. The pitch to Mr. Dalton Jones. Base hit, left center field. Schilling hits third. Will they wave him around? Yes, they do. 4-1 Boston. So the Boston bats have come alive with the sound of music, and the music is coming from the arm of Frank Lary up on the mound for the Tigers. Dalton Jones 2 for 2 at first. Cash holding him on. Pete Reynolds 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. The pitch to Reynolds. And Reynolds singles to right center field. Dalton Jones will go first to third. And the Red Sox are hot as a pistol at the top of the lineup. But here comes a struggling Carl Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski reached on a fielder's choice and then was picked off. Yaz batting below 100. Dave Little's at the ballpark. Check out his wonderful channel. 4-1 Red Sox. Yaz trying to get out of this slump. Freehand wiggles the fingers. A struggling Lary nods his head. He deals to Yastrzemski. And Yastrzemski sends that ball right center field. K-line on the move, and the side is retired. But the Red Sox strike for 3 more. The big blast from Tony C., a 2-run homer that wraps around the left field foul pole. We go to the bottom of the second. 4-1 Boston. Due up for the Tigers, McCullough, Freehand, and Fernandez. Dick McCullough, no hits yet this season. Freehand on deck. Santiago deals quickly to McCullough. And he walks him. Dealt with him a little too quickly. Reynolds will hold him on. Santiago slide step. And McCullough gets back. Red Sox open to turn 2 up the middle. Freehand, the catcher for the Tigers, 200 with a ribby. Fernandez up next. Nixon sets the target. The pitch to his counterpart, Bill Freehand. Fly ball. Reggie Smith has a move on it in center. He makes the catch. Retreating back to first is Dick McCullough. 1 out, 1 on for Chico Fernandez. He's batting below 100 with a home run and 2 ribbies. The pitch to Fernandez. Fly ball deep left, and Yastrzemski makes the catch in foul territory. Racing back to first is McCullough. Yaz has been a disappointment at the plate so far, but not in the field. What a catch by Captain Carl. 2 outs. McCullough will be off on contact. Third baseman for the Tigers, Don Wirt, strides to the plate. Right-handed batter, 182 with a ribby. Santiago with the high leg kick and the pitch. And he strikes him out. Oh, just a strike. A failed hit and run there. Pickoff throw to McCullough, and he's back. Santiago looks to first. Now in at Nixon. He kicks and fires. Line shot to Dalton Jones, and the side is retired as Dalton Jones flips the ball to a Tigers fan. We're through 2 here in Detroit. We go to the top of the third. 4-1 Boston. Due up for the Red Sox, Reggie Smith, Rico Petrocelli, and the man who blasted that 2-run homer, Tony Canigliaro. Reggie Smith's 0 for 1. The pitch from Lary. Smith, fly ball. Colavito coming in and left. 1 out. Here's Rico Petrocelli. He's 1 for 1. He singled up the middle. Freehand goes through the signs. Lary nods his head, arms down to his chest. He kicks and deals. Petrocelli, base hit to left, 2 for 2. So Petrocelli's at first, and here comes Tony Canigliaro. 2-run blast. Back in the second. Can he do it again? Cash holding on Petrocelli. Tigers hoping to turn 2 up the middle with Fernandez and McCullough. The pitch to Tony C. And Canigliaro, mighty swing and a miss. Strike 3. No duplicate at bat for Tony C. 2 outs. 1 on for Russ Nixon. Nixon's 0 for 1. The pitch to the Red Sox catcher. And that's a base hit to left center. Petrocelli hits second and will head to third. Pop-up slide as he beats the throw. 2 outs, 2 on. Runners on the corners for Chuck Schilling. Can Schilling give the Red Sox a 5-1 lead? On deck is Santiago. They'll probably pitch carefully, you would think, to Schilling. Lary takes a deep breath. The windup and the pitch. Schilling, base hit right field. Petrocelli scores. Nixon will be held up at second as the slow-footed catcher goes station to station. It's 5-1 Boston. And here comes Jose Santiago. He dropped down a sac bunt his first time up. 2 outs, 2 on, 5-1 Red Sox. Lary on the verge of being TKO'd. The pitch to Jose Santiago. The ball gets away from Freehand. Nixon goes to third. Schilling goes to second. And the beat goes on for the Red Sox. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Santiago digs back in the batter's box. He awaits the Lary offering. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, center field, Brunton. And he makes the catch. Santiago tagged it, but not far enough. The Red Sox get another run. It's now 5-1 as we head to the bottom of the third. At the ballpark, our good friend Bleacher Bums Gaming. Check out that wonderful channel. Also check out Glory Days Boxing. And if you didn't know it, Anthony from Bleacher Bums Gaming is the creator of Glory Days Boxing, and you can purchase it on SidelineStrategies.com. If you have not heard of Glory Days Boxing, check out my channel. Many videos on there. Check out Anthony's channel, Bleacher Bums Gaming. Check out Rob Explanation Point, and many others. Great game, Glory Days Boxing. 2 up for the Tigers, who trail by 4 in the bottom of the third. Lary, in the top of the order, K-Line and Brunton. Santiago kicks and deals to his counterpart, Lary. And Lary singles to left center field. The cardinal sin, you don't want the pitcher to get on. Red Sox have struggled so far early in the season to get the freaking pitchers of the opposing teams out. Reynolds will play behind Lary. And here's Al K-Line, 0 for 1. Santiago hopes to throw the double play ball. The high leg kick and the pitch to Mr. Tiger, Al K-Line. And he strikes him out. Oh, he big swing and a miss on the 2-2. Split finger got him. 1 out, 1 on for Bill Brunton. Brunton walked his first time up. Again, Pete Reynolds will play behind the runner at first. The pitch to Brunton. Outside corner, foul ball, left side. 1 ball, 2 strikes, Brunton in the hole. Santiago rubs up the baseball. Back up on his perch. The windup and the pitch. Brunton grounds it back to Santiago, flips to Schilling. Quick fire to Reynolds, and the side is retired. 1 to 4 to 3, just like you draw it up on the chalkboard. We go to the top of the fourth, 5-1 Boston. And Lary has been TKO'd. The new pitcher for the Tigers is Pat Dobson. Pat Dobson's year of choice, 1968. 5-8 with 7 saves and 2.66 ERA. He will face the top of the order, which has been quite stout for the Boston Red Sox. Jones, Reynolds, and, well, Yastrzemski hasn't been stout, but Jones and Reynolds have. Yastrzemski still struggling at the plate. Dalton Jones, 2 for 2. He has doubled and singled, knocking in a run. The pitch to Mr. Jones. Can he go 3 for 3? Fly ball, shallow center. Brunton comes racing in, and he makes the catch, denying Jones a bloop hit. One out for Pete Reynolds. He's 2 for 2. The pitch to Pete. Pete grounds it back to Dobson. Snares it, throws it to Cash. 2 away. So Dobson's come in and seemed to have steadied the steering of the ship. 2 outs, base is empty for Carl Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski now batting .077. Come on, Captain Carl. Yaz digs in that left-hander's batter's box, wanting to grip and rip. Freehand sets up outside. The pitch from Dobson, and he walks Yastrzemski. So Yaz at first. Reggie Smith, switch hitter, strides at plate. Will bat lefty. He's 0 for 2. Cash holds on Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski was picked off in the first inning. The pitch to Smith. Oh, slide step Yastrzemski. Oh, boy, he just gets back. Dick Williams barking at Yaz. Dobson again peeks to first. Now looks in at Freehand. He rocks and deals. Smith, fly ball, shallow center. Brunton comes racing in. Oh, it's way over his head. I miscalled that. And Yastrzemski scores all the way from first. That was a double to center. Sometimes the video animation fools you. Here it is. You see Brunton come racing in. Now, we don't know what he's doing. Looks like he was going to play it off the wall. Again, the animation sometimes will be deceptive. And it's now 6-1 Red Sox for Rico Petrocelli. Petrocelli's 2 for 2. The pitch to Petro. And they walk Petrocelli to face Tony Conigliaro. Conigliaro 1 for 2. His one hit, a 2-run blast that wrapped around the left field foul pole back in the second. He then struck out in the third. 2 outs, 2 on. The pitch to Tony C. from Dobson. And Conigliaro goes down with a mighty swing, but the Red Sox played another. It's now 6-1 Boston. Thrice-a-Roni, a card collecting treat. Check out that wonderful channel. Big Chiefs fan. Thrice-a-Roni. Soon to have another child, Thrice-a-Roni. Congrats. Cash, Colavito, and McCullough to do battle with Santiago and the Red Sox. Here in the bottom of the fourth, they trail by 5. Cash is 1 for 1. He had a solo blast in the first. Colavito on deck. Russ Nixon sets the target. The pitch to Norm Cash. Line shot to Petrocelli. Out number 1. Great reaction from Rico at short. That brings up the Rock. Rocky Colavito, he's 0 for 1. He flew out to shallow left center. Santiago looks in. Nixon sets up outside, down and away. The high leg kick and the pitch to Colavito. Fly ball, shallow center, and Reggie Smith is there. 2 away. So they've kept Colavito off balance. 2 shallow fly ball outs. Goes back to the dugout, shaking his head. Stepping to the plate. Left-handed batting second baseman Dick McCullough. McCullough walked in the second. Santiago and Boston looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Again, the high leg kick and the pitch. And he strikes out McCullough, and 1-2-3 go the Tigers. Santiago pumps his fist and comes bounding off the mound. Top of the 5th, Red Sox 6, the Tigers 1. Due up for Boston, Nixon, Schilling, and Jose Santiago. Nixon's 1 for 2. The pitch to Russ Nixon. Dobson looks to hit the outside portion of the plate. Line shot to McCullough as Nixon pulled it to the right side. He really smacked the snot out of it with nothing to show. Good reaction by Dick McCullough at second. 1 out. And stepping to the plate, the number 8 batter, Chuck Schilling, who's 2 for 2. Freehand wiggles the fingers, sets the target. Dobson's ready to work. He deals to Schilling. And that's a base hit to center. 3 for 3, as we just hear thunder outside. I shall be back in a moment. Talk amongst yourselves. And we are back in the booth. Thank you for your patience. All right, 1 out. Schilling's on. Cash will hold him on at first. And here comes Jose Santiago. Santiago 0 for 1. Sack bunt in the second. Flew out to left center. He actually put a good pop on the ball on that one. He's going to drop the bunt down again. Oh, slide step, and Schilling gets back. Santiago shows he's going to bunt. Corner's playing in. He's going to square again. Santiago puts it down. Freehan has it. Fires to McCullough at first on the wheel play. 2 outs. But Santiago does his JOB. Schilling's in scoring territory with Dalton Jones coming to the plate, who's 2 for 3 with a ribby. Red Sox trying to plate their 7th run. The pitch to Mr. Dalton Jones. Ground ball up the middle. Fernandez has it near the bag. The shortstop fires to Cash, and the side is retired. Red Sox threaten, but do not score. Bottom of the 5th, 6-1 Boston due up for the Tigers. Freehand, Fernandez, and Wirt to face Jose Santiago. Santiago pitching quite well. His one hiccup, the home run in the first. Freehand's 0 for 1. Nixon sets up inside. The pitch to Billy Freehan. And he goes right back up the middle, past Petrocelli into center. So a leadoff single for Freehan. Pete Reynolds will play behind Freehan. Give him a little more range. And here comes Chico Fernandez. Chico, 0 for 1. Shallow fly ball down the left field line for an out. Santiago hopes to throw the double play pitch. Wirt on deck. The high leg kick and the pitch to Chico. And he lifts that into left center field. Freehan hits second and will stop. So station to station go the Tigers. 2 on, no outs for Don Wirt. Will he bunt them? Probably not. Dobson's on deck. They could pinch it for Dobson. Santiago's going to try to jam him. We're going to go aggressive. Nixon sets up inside again. Santiago kicks and fires. And he strikes him out. He ties him up inside portion of plate. Set him up with a fastball. And then got him with a breaking pitch. Nasty curve. 1 out, 2 on. Double play ball will get them out of the inning. It looks like Dobson will bat. K-line on deck. The pitch to Dobson. Ground ball to Schilling. Schilling quickly turns and fires to Petrocelli, who wings it back to Reynolds, and the side is retired. Santiago pups his fist once again, goes bounding off the mound on the 4-6-3. Tigers threaten but do not score. (6-1), top of the 6th, Boston. Top of the order, Reynolds, Yastrzemski, and Smith. Reynolds is 2 for 3. Dobson back up on the bump. He pitches to Pete. Outside corner, Reynolds lines a shot, and Brunton makes a nice catch in center. 1 down. The struggling Carl Yastrzemski comes to the plate. 0 for 2. The pitch to Captain Carl. And Yastrzemski's struggles continue. Popped up right side. Cash calling for it. And Yastrzemski turns and goes back to the dugout. So struggling Yastrzemski has not been able to aid the Sox early in this season. And now bring up Reggie Smith. Reggie Smith 1 for 2. He's going for the drag bunt. What's a beauty! Reggie Smith surprise everyone! And that is a bunt base hit for the Red Sox center fielder. The cleanup hitter drops a beautiful drag bunt, keeps the inning alive for Rico Petrocelli. Petrocelli's 2 for 2. Let's see what Rico can do. Dobson deals to Petrocelli. Freehan wants to make sure they're on the same page. Now the pitch homeward bound. Inside pitch, and Petrocelli hits it to Fernandez, who bobbles the ball. Quickly chases it down, holding Reggie Smith at second. So that is an E6. And here's Tony Canigliaro 1 for 3. It's either been all or nothing for Tony C. A home run and 2 strikeouts. The pitch to Tony C. trying to put Some more nails in that Tiger coffin. And Canigliaro fouls it down the left field line. Full count to Canigliaro. 2 outs. Smith at second. Petrocelli at first. 6-1 Boston. Top of the 6th. Canigliaro holds the batter high. Freehand sets up inside. They're going to try to jam Tony C. Dobson kicks and fires. And Canigliaro sends that ball to center field. Brunton makes the catch. The Red Sox threaten, but do not score. Bottom of the 6th, 6-1 Boston. Due up for the Tigers. K-Line, Brunton, and Cash. If anyone gets on, The Rock, Rocky Colavito. Santiago pitching a gem so far. The one hiccup, the homer in the first. K-Line's 0 for 2. Nixon wiggles the fingers. Santiago nods his head in improvement. The windup and the pitch to Al K-Line. Ground ball, right side. Schilling with the diving stop from his knees. He throws to first, and K-Line is erased. To the moans and groans of the Tigers fans here at Tiger Stadium. Now bring up Bill Brunton. Brunton's 0 for 1. He's walked and grounded into a double play. Santiago deals to the left-hand batting Brunton. Outside corner, fly ball. Smith moving to his right and center, 2 away, so Brunton reached for that. And here comes Norm Cash. Cash knocked in the only run with a solo homer in the bottom of the first to tie it up. Colavito on deck. Santiago looking for the 1-2-3 inning. Cash 2 homers on the season with 4 ribbies. Nixon pounds a mitt, sets the target. The pitch. Cash swings at the outside pitch. Petrocelli ranging towards the second base bag. Throws to Reynolds, and 1-2-3 go the Tigers. And once again, Santiago pumps that fist and comes bounding off the mound back to the Red Sox visiting dugout. Top of the 7th, 6-1 Boston. Due up for the Red Sox, Nixon, Schilling, and Santiago. There was some thought of starting Jim Lomborg on short rest, as he actually was fully rested, but would have been on 3 days rest, but he got bludgeoned in game 1 of the season. So we went with Santiago. Here's Nixon, 1 for 3. Dobson back up on the bump. He's been pretty good in relief. The pitch to Russ Nixon. Fly ball, right field. K-Line camping, 1 down. That brings up Schilling. Schilling's having quite a good day for Chuck. 3 hits today. And I believe a ribby. Infield, outfield, straight away and normal. The pitch to Chuck Schilling. Schilling swings. Back to Dobson. The pitcher throws to Cash. 2 away. Dobson showing a quick glove on that mound. 2 outs, base is empty for Jose Santiago. Santiago has 2 sacrifice bunts and a deep fly ball out to left center. The pitch to Jose Santiago. And he strikes out. We go to the bottom of the 7th as they play Take Me Out to the Ball game here in Detroit. Due up for the Tigers, Colavito, McCullough, and Freehand. The Tigers trail by 5. 6-1 Boston. Root for the Tigers. If they lose, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Bum, 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 bum. All right, Rocky Colavito's 0 for 2. He's flown out twice. Santiago deals to the Rock. Fly ball, left field line. Yastrzemski on the move, and he makes the catch in the corner. 1 down. Colavito 0 for 3. I'll bring up Dick McCullough, left-handed batting second baseman. He's 0 for 1. He's walked and struck out. Santiago peers in at Nixon. Arms down to his chest. The windup and the pitch to McCullough. McCullough reached for that outside corner. Pops it up right side. Schilling, Reynolds converging. First baseman Reynolds calls for it, and there are 2 outs as Santiago continues to wield the magic wand. 2 outs, base is empty for Bill Freehand. The catcher's 1 for 2. Fernandez on deck. Russ Nixon goes through the sign. Santiago with a smile on his face nods his head, arms over his head. The pitch homeward bound. Oh my lord! He just nailed Freehand. That fastball tailed a little too far in. Reynolds will play behind Freehand, and that brings up Chico Fernandez 1 for 2. Freehand will be off on contact with 2 outs. Wirt on deck. Santiago has to regroup here after hitting Freehand. He nods his head. The pitch to Chico. Ground ball right side. Reynolds has it. Waves off Santiago. Takes it to the bag. And the Tigers are retired once again, scoreless. Top of the 8th. 6-1 Boston. And it's the top of the order. Dalton Jones. Pete Reynolds. And Carl Yastrzemski. Jones is 2 for 4. Jones looking for the drag bunt. Dobson comes quickly off the mound. Throws to McCullough for out number 1. Jones couldn't push it far enough past the pitcher, so 1 out. Pete Reynolds is 2 for 4. Freehand sets up inside. Reynolds awaits the Dobson delivery, and here it is. Ball ranges to the out. Wirtz with a diving play at third as Reynolds reached for it, trying to go the other way. Out number 2. What a great play by Don Wirt. Diving play, pops up and fires to cash, and now we will see a new pitcher, John Hiller, for the Tigers. Hiller, a left-handed thrower. His year of choice, 1968. 9-6 with 2 saves, 2.39 ERA. So lefty-lefty matchup. Here's a struggling Carl Yastrzemski, now batting .071. The pitch to Yaz. 0 for 3. Yastrzemski reaches, sends it to left. Colavito makes the catch. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 6-1 Boston. Santiago is in a groove. He will face Wirt, most likely a pinch hitter for Hiller, and Al Kaline. Wirt's 0 for 2. Santiago deals quickly to the Tiger third baseman who just made that marvelous play. And there's a base hit for Wirt, so the glove gives Wirt confidence to get a leadoff single. Reynolds will hold Wirt on. Let's see if they're going to have Hiller bat. Nope, here comes Dick Tracewski. And actually, he hit the ball. What was his year of choice? 1967. Tracewski, 280, a homer and 9 ribbies, only 107 at-bats, though. So Reynolds holding Wirt on. Santiago slide step, and Wirt gets back. Drops him down to 29%. Trying to steal second. The pitch to Tracewski. Kaline on deck. Ground ball up the middle. Petrocelli flips to Schilling. And on to Reynolds. Another double play turned by Boston. And that'll be the story of the game. 6-4-3. 2 outs. Base is empty for Kaline, who's 0 for 3. Big smile on Santiago's face. He is ready to deal with Al Kaline. Brunton on deck. The windup and the pitch. And they're going to pinch hit for Al Kaline with Gates Brown. Wow. So they bring up the lefty, Gates Brown. I'm going to assume they're using his 1968 season because he had a tremendous season with limited at-bat. No, that's not 68. Let's see. 1964, he had a lot more at-bats, so they used. I would have used 68, but he only had, I think it was like 87 at-bats, and he hit 307 or something like that. So Gates Brown pinch hits for Al Kaline. That's a surprise move by the Tiger manager. Brown 272 that year, 15 homers, 54 ribbies, and this will be his second plate appearance of the season. He's 0 for 1. The pitch to Brown. Outside pitch, he pulls it right side, Schilling to Reynolds, and the side is retired. I don't think I would have pinch hit for Al Kaline. We go to the top of the 9th. Red Sox cruising on down the highway. Another pitcher for the Tigers. And it's going to be Paul Foytak. Foytak in his year of choice, 11 wins, 10 losses, 3.93 ERA. I've not really heard of Foytak. 1961, so he was on a really good Tiger team in 61. Yankees would come back that year. Was it 61 that they passed the Tigers? I think it was. I think both teams won 100 games. Over 100. The Tigers were real close. Due up for Boston, Reggie Smith, Rico Petrocelli, and Tony Conigliaro. The pitch to Reggie Smith from Foytak, who's 2 for 4. Fly ball, center field. Brunton going back, and he's there as he ranged to his right. 1 down. Here's Rico Petrocelli, 2 for 3. Foytak looks in, picks up the sign from Freehand. He deals to Petrocelli. Inside corner, Petrocelli pulls it left center, but Calavito will make the catch. 2 away, and here comes all or nothing Tony Conigliaro. Conigliaro homered his first time up, a 2-run blast in the second, struck out in the third and fourth, and flew out to center. A shallow fly ball. The pitch to Tony C. Conigliaro sends it right center. Brunton makes the catch, and 1, 2, 3 go the Red Sox. All right, Santiago looking to go the distance here with a 6-1 lead. Dalton Jones is going to be replaced at third with Frank Malzone. Malzone 9 range, 967 fielding percentage. And Pete Reynolds will be replaced at first by George Scott, 10 range, 987 fielding percentage. Conigliaro will come out for Lou Clinton, 8 range, 9 arm, 979 fielding percentage. So the Red Sox go to their defensive replacements. Santiago will face Brunton, Cash, and Calavito. Brunton's 0 for 2. The pitch to Billy Brunton. Ground ball right side. Schilling with a diving stop. He throws to Scott. Bang, bang, play. Brunton might have beat this out. And he did. And they're going to give Schilling a tough error as the throw pulls Scott off the bag. As they play charge, here comes Norm Cash. He's knocked in the only run. Came back way in the first inning with a solo homer. The pitch to Cash. Red Sox hoping to turn 2. And he strikes out Santiago. Nasty curveball on the 1-2. Set him up nicely with the fastball. 1 on, 1 out for Calavito, who's 0 for 3. Santiago deals quickly to the rock. Line shot to Petrocelli. 2 away. Santiago and the Red Sox 1 out away from being tied for first place. Every other team above them is 2 and 2. And here's Dick McCullough. Scott will play behind Brunton. The pitch to McCullough. Fly ball, right center field. Clinton on the move, and the defensive replacement makes the catch, and the Red Sox win 6-1. What a beautiful game pitch by Jose Santiago. Red Sox are now 2 and 2, and they join that logjam in the American League East for first place. Let's go to the stat report. All right, SDG Replays, hope all is well. As he says, "Hey Al, I appreciate the attempt to help me with the replay yesterday. Most difficult thing about replays is learning the streaming software." Well, you regrouped and you figured it out. So good job by our good friend SDG Replays. All right, here we go. Santiago goes the distance. 9 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned. The home run to Cash. 2 walks, 4 Ks. He's 1-0 in the early season. Lary takes the loss. He went 3 innings and was bludgeoned into submission. 10 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. A home run, a 2-run blast by Tony Conigliaro. Walked none, struck out 1. Dobson 4 2/3, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned. 2 walks, 2 Ks. Hiller pitched to third. And Foytak pitched the top of the 9th. and he pitched a scoreless perfect inning. Red Sox now 2-2, tied for first in that logjam early on in the season. And Detroit is all alone in last place at 1-3. Let's go to the batting. Yastrzemski's struggles continue. That's not good. Dalton Jones, though, has been a pleasant surprise. 2 for 5, 1 run, 1 ribby, now batting, and he had a double, now batting .455. Malzone came in for defense. Pete Reynolds, 2 for 5, batting .400. Scott came in for defense. Yastrzemski, 0 for 4 with a run scored, an RBI, when he beat out a double, was it the double play ball he beat out? And a walk. He's now batting .067, very un-Yaz-like. Reggie Smith, 2 for 5 with an RBI, batting .444. Rico Petrocelli, 2 for 4, scored 2 runs, had a walk, .308. Tony Conigliaro, 1 for 5 with a run scored, 2 ribbies, struck out twice and hit a home run, batting .214. But his slugging percentage is really good. That's why we put him in there, because Lou Clinton, who came in as a defensive replacement, was getting the majority of the playing time early. It's early in the season, and he's hitting a little better, but he's not knocking in runs. Russ Nixon, 1 for 4, batting .083. Our catching situation is horrific. We don't have any good defensive catchers, and they don't hit so well. And Chuck Schilling, 3 for 4 with a run scored and a ribby, batting .400. Santiago, 0 for 2, had 2 sack bunts. Red Sox in their victory, 38 at-bats, 6 runs, 13 hits, 6 ribbies, 2 walks, 3 Ks, 2 doubles, and the home run from Tony C. Schilling, 3 for 4, Petrocelli, 2 for 4, Conigliaro, 1 for 5, a homer, and 2 ribbies. For the Tigers, in a losing cause, Lary's 0 for 1. Al Kaline, 0 for 3 with a strikeout, batting .188. Brown, the pinch hitter, walked. Northrup came in to play right field. We missed that change. Brunton was 0 for 3 with a walk. Cash, 1 for 4. A run, a ribby. Struck out. He had the homer, batting .364. Calavito, 0 for 4. He's struggling, .133. McCullough struggling. He was 0 for 3. A walk and a strikeout. He's still hitless. Freehand, the catcher, 1 for 2, batting .250. Fernandez, 1 for 3. The shortstop, .133. Wirt, 1 for 3 with a strikeout, batting .214. Lary, the pitcher, 1 for 1. Dobson, 0 for 1. Hiller, pitch, did not hit. Trzeski, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1. He's still hitless. And Foytak pitched in the 9th and did not bat. The Tigers in a losing cause, 29 at-bats, 1 run, 5 hits, 1 ribby, 2 walks, 4 Ks, and a home run by Cash. Player of the game, I would think, would be Santiago. Yeah, let's just see that. I would think it's Santiago. And it is Jose Santiago. Quickly look at the recap. Boston scored 1 run on 2 hits. Yastrzemski hit a grounder, scoring the runner from third, 1-0 as he beat out the double play ball. Tigers tied it up in the bottom of the first with a Norm Cash solo blast, 1-1. And then it was all Boston when it came to offense. In the second, the Red Sox sent 8 batters to the plate, scoring 3 runs and 5 hits. Conigliaro's big blast, a 2-run blast, 3-1 Boston. And Dalton Jones singled in a run, 4-1 Red Sox. Tigers were as good as gone. In the third, the Red Sox would tack up another one. A Schilling single made it 5-1. And then in the fourth, the Red Sox would score their 6th and final run, as Reggie Smith doubled, knocking in Dalton Jones, 6-1 Boston, and that's how the game ended. So thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. The Red Sox win 6-1 in our 60s decade season. Again, we'll be playing mostly, you'll see most like Red Sox games and Mets games, because I'll be playing as the Mets and the Red Sox. All right. Take care. Stay safe. Be smart. Thank you for your time. Greatly appreciate it. God bless, and you know what's coming, folks. Peace! Next game up on the channel for this project, Mets Cubs. And let's go Mets.